The face-up between the federal government and organized labor may linger if the parties involved fail to shift grounds. Now, the labor union and the federal government are to meet again on Thursday, following Sunday's failed meeting. The Labor and Employment Minister had rescheduled the meeting for 5 p.m. on Monday, but Labor asked that it be shifted to Thursday to enable it sort all logistic issues related to the meeting. Organized labor says the reluctance of the federal government to discuss steps towards the revitalization of local refineries necessitated its walkout of the meeting on Monday. Joining us live via phone is the former president of the Trade Union Congress, Peter Isele. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 10.
Thank you for having me.
If you follow the mood online, you can tell that some Nigerians have completely lost faith in the ability of labor to fight for them, so to speak, given the track record in previous years. What do you make of this cat and mouse relationship between the federal government and labor? And of what use is it rather for the average Nigerian who now has to pay more for fuel with limited resources?
Well, the mood online is based on, partly I will also look at people looking at labor as being the one to speak for every Nigerian. And I think that is a fallout of the past. But the mistake Nigerians have made is that Nigerians didn't elect labor to speak for them. The labor movement will speak primarily for its workers. And the Nigerians are this other aspect of it. Now, let's be very clear. The Nigerians elected people into the House of Reps, into the Senate, into the government, governors, presidents. These are people that should speak for Nigerians. That's why they are paid. They get free houses, free healthcare. Their children get the best of education. So Nigerians should hold those who they elected accountable for their well-being, and not labor movement. Because the organized labor primarily will speak for its workers. I will be very blunt here. The primary responsibility of any labor union, so of any association, is to defend the interests of its members first. ASU is on strike. ASU is not on strike for students or for anybody. ASU is first of all on strike for the lecturers, the well-being of the lecturers. So even now, I'm an ex-president. Even when I was a president, as an ex-president, I would not look at labor to speak for me. There are people who were elected to speak. That is why it's called parliament. The word parliament is a French word meaning parlement, speak. So those who are elected to speak for the people are the policy makers. So if you are not happy with the way the country is going, with the way things are going, those you are paying so much for to speak for you are those you must hold accountable, and not labor leaders.
So you're saying the expectation online is misplaced. It should be on the public officials that were voted for.
Yes, it's a collective responsibility. Labor will play its role. But those who are elected are the first line that you go to. You work for TVC now. Whatever happens in TVC, first of all, will affect you. And the management of TVC will hold you accountable, while you also hold the management of TVC accountable. You are not paying the president of NLC. Nigerians are not the one that elected NLC president or elected the TUC president. Workers, the former sector is less than 10%. That is the whole country that is represented directly by NLC and TUC. So
absolutely.
It should be your primary responsibility.
Labor unions walked out on Sunday. We expect them to walk right back in on Thursday, and we'll look forward to see what transpires thereafter. Former President, Trade Union Congress, Peter Isele, thank you for talking to us tonight.
You're welcome.